Has your Toyota lost its pickup? Does the gas pedal feel mushy? And does the car hesitate when you try to merge onto the highway? Mechanics will tell you the throttle body is dead and charge you $500 to fix it. I'm going to show you the 2-minute reset they actively hide from you. If you own a Toyota or a Lexus with over 60,000 miles, listen very closely. This is one of the most common issues I see in my shop, and it is the easiest money dealerships make. Let me show you exactly what is happening inside your engine bay, why your car feels slow, and how to fix it without spending a single dollar. To understand why your Toyota feels sluggish, we need to look at how modern cars breathe. If you pop the hood of an older car, you will see a metal cable connected to the engine. When you press the gas pedal, that cable physically pulls a lever open. But your Toyota does not have that cable. Your car uses a system called drive-by-wire. When you press the gas pedal, you are not moving a mechanical cable. You are just sending an electrical signal to the engine computer. The computer then tells a small electric motor on top of your engine to open a metal butterfly valve. That valve is your throttle body. It controls exactly how much air enters your engine. Here is where the problem starts. Over years of driving, exhaust gases blow back through the system, and oil vapors from your engine breather coat the inside of your intake. That black, sticky carbon builds up right around the edges of that throttle body valve. Even a microscopic layer of this carbon restricts the airflow. But the real issue is not just the dirt, it is how your Toyota's computer reacts to it. Your engine computer is incredibly smart. It constantly monitors the air flowing through that valve. When it notices that the carbon buildup is restricting the air, it does something sneaky to hide the problem from you. It forces the electric motor to open the valve a little bit wider just to get the normal amount of air into the engine. The computer adapts. It essentially says, okay, the valve is dirty, so I will just push it open further to compensate. For a while, you do not notice anything. But as the miles add up, the carbon gets thicker. The computer has to force the valve open wider and wider to keep the air flowing. Eventually, the computer reaches its maximum limit. It can no longer compensate for the dirt, and that is exactly when you feel it in the driver's seat. The gas pedal feels disconnected. You press it down, but the car hesitates for a split second before finally waking up and moving. It feels sluggish, heavy, and slow. Now here is where the dealership scam happens. When you take your Toyota in because it feels slow, they hook up their diagnostic computer. They see that the throttle valve angle is out of its normal factory range. In an honest world, a mechanic would clean the carbon off the valve, which takes about 10 minutes and costs almost nothing. But in the real world, dealerships see a massive profit opportunity. They will tell you that because the throttle valve has been running out of its normal range for so long, the electric motor inside it is worn out, or the position sensors are damaged. They will tell you that cleaning it is a waste of time and that you need a brand new throttle body assembly. They charge you $400 for the part and another $100 for the labor. They bolt on the new part, start the car, and it drives perfectly. You think they performed mechanical magic, but they left out the most important step, and that brings us to the 2-minute secret. Even if your throttle body is perfectly clean, or even if you just installed a brand new $500 part from the dealership, your Toyota will still feel sluggish. Why? Because the engine computer still has the old dirty memory saved in its system. The computer still thinks the valve is covered in carbon, so it is still trying to force the valve open wider than it needs to. The dealership relies on this. They know that if you just clean the valve or replace the part without resetting the computer memory, the car will still run terribly. That is their guarantee that you will come back and pay them to fix it again. Japanese master mechanics never replace a throttle body unless the physical motor is completely burned out. Instead, they perform a 2-minute electronic throttle body reset. This procedure wipes the computer's adaptive memory and forces it to relearn the true, clean position of the valve. Before you do the reset, I highly recommend opening that intake tube and physically wiping the black carbon off the throttle valve with a $5 can of throttle cleaner and a soft rag. You cannot reset the computer if the physical valve is still caked in dirt. But once that valve is physically clean, you do not need a $500 mechanic. You just need to follow this exact sequence. Get in the driver's seat and make sure the car is completely off. Turn off the air conditioning, turn off the radio, and make sure all doors are closed. You do not want any electrical loads on the battery during this process. Step 1. Turn the key to the on position. Do not start the engine. Just turn it to the position where all the dashboard lights illuminate. Leave it there for exactly 60 seconds. During this 60 seconds, the engine computer is powering up. It is looking at the throttle body valve and realizing its current physical position. Step 2. After 60 seconds, turn the key completely off. Remove your foot from the brake. Wait exactly 10 seconds. Step 3. Now, press the gas pedal down, slowly and smoothly, all the way to the floor. Hold it pressed firmly to the floor for exactly 20 seconds. While you are holding it, you might hear a clicking sound coming from under the hood. That is a good sound. That is the throttle body motor hitting its maximum open stop, and the computer is taking note of that exact position. After 20 seconds, slowly release the gas pedal. Take your foot completely off the pedal and wait 10 seconds for it to return to its resting position. The computer is now taking note of the fully closed position. Step 4. Turn the key to the off position one more time, but do not rush this step. When you turn the key off, the main power cuts out, but the engine computer still has residual electrical charge stored in its internal capacitors. You must wait exactly 10 seconds to allow that residual power to completely drain. If you turn the key back on too quickly, the computer will not fully wipe the dirty throttle memory. It will hold on to fragments of the old lazy data. 10 seconds ensures a completely clean slate for the final step. Step 5. Now, start the engine. Let it idle in park. Do not touch the gas pedal at all. Not even a light tap. Just let it run for exactly 3 minutes. Listen to the engine closely. During the first 30 seconds, you might hear the RPMs drop slightly, or you might hear a faint click from the engine bay. That is the sound of the electric throttle motor cycling and the computer actively wiping the old memory. It is watching the clean airflow and mapping out a brand new, perfect throttle response curve. It is learning exactly how much to open the valve when you press the pedal down 1 inch, 2 inches, or all the way to the floor. After 3 minutes, put the car in drive. Step on the gas pedal. That sluggish, disconnected, mushy feeling will be completely gone. The throttle response will be instant, crisp, and powerful, exactly like the day you drove the car off the lot. Now, before you go test drive your car, I need to tell you the one thing that will make you leave a comment down below today. If you did this exact reset and your Toyota still feels sluggish, the dealership will immediately tell you that you need a new throttle body. Do not believe them. There is a second hidden sensor that 99% of mechanics completely ignore during a reset. It is not under the hood. It is under your feet. The gas pedal itself. Inside your gas pedal is the accelerator pedal position sensor. Over years of driving, the spring mechanism under the pedal develops slight friction, and the sensor inside gets out of sync with the throttle body under the hood. If you do the underhood reset, but you do not reset the pedal sensor, the communication between your foot and the engine will still be delayed.